Samuel? Are you there? Please, say something. I've been looking for you. You promised you wouldn't just disappear anymore. I've been looking all over for you. Ow! What's wrong with you? I don't know who you are. I don't know my own husband. You disappear every night. You only talk when it's absolutely necessary. Where is the man that I married, Samuel? I want my husband back!
What have I done? What the hell have I done? Oh no! I didn't want this! No! No! No!
Get on with it! Stick the damn fuse back in! I want to open the store!
An old clothes dummy. Ugh, judging by the smell, it's been damp at some point, and now it's just moldering away. An ancient rusted bucket with a little bit of water in it. With that water in the bucket, it's only a matter of time until it's completely rusted through. A light shaft with a grill leads up to the backyard. The hinges on the basement grill are rusted. No idea if you could open it, and even if you could, it'd squeak like hell. An old garden hose with more holes than a golf course. I can't do anything with that. A beer crate with 24 bottles. All empty. And the bottles aren't dusty either. Beer doesn't keep long around here. Cheap beer. That's about right for Fuller. I just wonder why he has the crate in the basement. I can't see him coming down here every time he wants to drink a beer upstairs.
The fuse! The fuse, man! Open your eyes!
Well, at least it'll give me a bit of light until I get the power turned back on. It's not providing light, and that's not going to change until I have the power turned back on. There's not as much dust on the floorboards here. They're almost shiny, in fact. So does Fuller stand here every night with a beer looking at these awful pictures? Oh my god. Who would want to be photographed in front of that backdrop? Well, maybe it was the trend. Once. Let's see. A few plastic containers, bottles and boxes, light bulbs, cables, grease. And a small carton of fuses. Hopefully the fuses work. You never know in this place.
You think you'll...
There's just one fuse left in the box. but at least it looks unused. I reckon it still ought to work. That rickety pallet is blocking my view of the lower shelves. I can't see what's behind there. Photo developer. Looks like it's been there for a while, but the bottle's still sealed, so it could still be good. Fuller will hardly miss it, and even if, I can live with it. An old dust-encrusted fuse box. There are a lot of wires coming out of the top of it, which then run along the floor joists. Doesn't look exactly safe. Okay then. Just like everything else of Fuller's, pretty well junk. I think I can swap a fuse over without needing instructions. This fuse is definitely a goner. The blown fuse must be under here. Huh, Fuller's already had a go at it, but again, he couldn't sort it out. I should throw that away, otherwise I'll get mixed up. Well, that's that. Now all we need is some power. Okay, so let's have a look. Let there be light. Don't need this anymore. An old wooden staircase leading up to the sales area. If it can carry Fuller, then it's sure gonna hold my weight. So let's go up. A wonderful working day awaits, full of appreciation and deep personal fulfillment. Ugh.
Finally! You make a big deal about going to college, but you're too sappy to replace a fuse. Put that board outside in front of the store. Get on with it!
That's Fuller's camera. It's quite a good one. Huh. If good technology would make up for missing talent, then even a complete idiot like Fuller could shoot good pictures with it. You know, that fat idiot's kit really isn't too bad. And pretty expensive. The lights look brand new. He's definitely not had them for long. Perhaps the store used to do better before, and he had some savings. Or maybe he bought the new lights on credit. The store couldn't have paid for them, that's for sure. Many of the things here are overpriced, but that's obvious. There's only one photo store in town. He takes advantage of that. Simple reflex cameras for private use. Nothing special. The postcards all show scenes from New England. They're the regular cards you see everywhere around here. Who should I send the card to? My fellow white bread students who I hardly know? Or my mom who lives a couple of houses away? The picture frames could do with being a little more professionally presented. But to be honest, they don't really deserve it. Behind the curtain, there's a dark room. Huh. Fuller. What can you say? A good reason to have doubts about humanity? I've only been working here a few days, and I've already given up hope that he might, just once, behave like a normal human being. This is probably the most stressful holiday job that I've ever had. Holiday job in a photo studio? Yeah, sure. Great stuff. Learn new things, earn some money. And the reality looks a little different. Fatter and more bald. Know what I'm saying? These photo mounts are made of a kind of pressed card. You can stick photos into them to make them easier to hang. The drawback is that they can get easily dusty. I don't need any of them. It's rare that I even hang any of my pictures. Huh. I've only been working here. This is probably... In reality, it looks a little different. Excuse me.
What do you want?
I've swapped out the fuse.
Yeah? And now? Do you want a medal? I told you to take the damn sign outside.
The store's not doing too well, is
What's that got to do with you?
it? Nothing. Nothing at all. It's no doubt because of the vast competition here in Biddeford that nothing's going on here. I mean, what else could it be?
This is the only photo studio here.
That's what I thought. The store isn't doing very well. But what the hell?
Someone's really turned your head.
Huh?
You've put it the wrong way around.
Yeah.
I'd like to get some portraits done. Some pretty black and white pictures. Have I come to the right place?
Oh, yeah. You're at just the right place. Black and white photography is my specialty.
Wonderful. So let's get started. My name's Angelina, by the way.
Oh, I'm Darren. Let's go inside.
Welcome to Fuller's photography store. What can I do for you?
I wanted to get some portraits done.
Ooh. Very good. We can start right away, dear lady.
But I thought Darren would...
What? But he's just an errand boy. A pretty child like you deserves a real photographer. Here, go and pick up the post and take this letter to Mrs. Biba in the diner in the main square. I've got things to do.
Son of a... A letter from Fuller. I'm supposed to give it to Mrs. Biba in the diner. She works behind the counter there. A collection note for a package. There's a little shop down on the harbor which is a collection point for all the parcel mail around here. If I hand in the note there, I'll be able to pick up Fuller's delivery. A hydrant, just like any other one. I don't see anything special about it. If this place ever burns down, I'll be the guy holding the match. Most of the pictures here in the window weren't taken by Fuller. In some moment of blinding inspiration, he must have decided to get some proper photographers to promote his business. Of course, they have no idea just how lucky they've been. Portraits, group pictures, wedding photography, and landscapes. And all of them totally unimaginative, just as things should be. Back there is Fuller's run-down backyard, which you can also get to through the back door of the store. An ancient, rickety tool shed. This is where Fuller keeps the junk that he doesn't just throw somewhere in the yard. So, not much. An ancient... A reel of fishing line. There seems to be a little still on it. Only the line, I'm afraid. No hook. A length of tow rope. A bit more than 2 yards long and in great condition. Ropes are always good. Fuller hung out the laundry yesterday for him and his mother. I just found it somewhat surprising that a fat ass like him does the laundry for his mother. Alarming, even. The man is way past 40 and gets bossed around by his mother. If somebody told me the old fat pig dumped poisonous waste, then I'd completely believe it. I don't understand why Fuller doesn't just get this stuff picked up. What does he want to keep it for? That's the cage for Fuller's mother's dog. That's the cage, but the dog is... The water bowl is completely dry. Perhaps I can still use it. A completely rusted bucket with big holes in the bottom of it. The handle's busted off. I'm gonna leave the bucket there. There really isn't much more I can do with it. I can only see into Fuller's office through the window. Sadly, I can't watch the photo shoot. I can only see into Fuller's... A solid iron grill. It's across the light shaft that leads up from the basement. The window's barred. The bars seem pretty strong and are bricked into the wall. The window's barred. Either out front or in the back. Fuller's gonna go nuts if I haven't done his jobs for him. The window is open, presumably to let in some fresh air. Or maybe it just doesn't close properly. Who knows? I think that's Fuller's car. I'm not one of those people who knows about such things and goes into fits of ecstasy when they see a classic. Who knows? Is that thing a classic anyway? I don't know exactly how old Fuller is, but him and the car must have been made around the same time. I've only been here a few days. Exactly the same length of time the traffic lights have been on pause. There's so little traffic here that nobody's bothered that the lights don't work properly. It could also be that no one's actually noticed. To describe Biddeford as quiet would be an understatement. It sometimes seems to me that the place has just about died. An unbelievable mess of old guns and swords, uniforms, ships' bells, radios. As long as it's old, it's sold here.
Well, come on. Come on in. Take a look around. Buy something.
Thanks.
Ah, a young man. You a soldier? Bit slow on the uptake. Have you served?
Sir! No, sir!
Ah, so you want to put me on, do you? Find something for yourself and then beat it.
A pair of wire cutters for cutting cable. I'd like to buy these wire cutters.
$2. What? You don't want to negotiate?
You got too much dough, right? You got it coming out of your ears. Never worked a hard day in your life, and you got no idea on the value of $1, I bet.
$2 is $2. In your time, it might have been a meal out and a movie for two. For me, it's half a burger.
Be happy that you can just buy a burger like that. There ain't many beef farmers left. All that imported stuff from the third world has screwed up the prices.
And pretty soon you won't be seeing a single lonesome cowboy herding steers across the prairie and singing those old trail songs around the campfire. Oh.
Yeah. Typical youth humor.
Perhaps Eddie picked it up somewhere in the Second World War. There are 3 bottles on the shelf. I guess it's hard liquor.
Bourbon.
I don't want to get drunk. I guess those are Eddie's badges from his time in the army.
You got that right, boy.
A cupboard full of lots of different things. Books, a record player, boxes, measuring instruments.
You want to buy something?
I'll have a look around first. Shelves of useless junk.
If you're just gonna bitch, then get lost.
A proud representative of the last decent generation. Everything after him was the beginning of the end. The junk shop owner. He appears to be blind. Maybe he's just putting it on. That would fit with the cliché.
Tell me, why haven't you served in the military? Over there in Iraq, they could use whoever they can get.
In Iraq, the war finished 2 years ago.
Well, you don't say. Read my lips. President Bush is gonna bring that Saddam to justice.
Sure. You know that Bush is no longer the president, right?
Well, he'll still bring him to justice. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. Sure. So, what's life like here in Biddeford?
Well, you're not from around here?
No. I go to college in Boston.
Oh, so you're an intellectual then? Some sort of desk guy, an egghead who just talks clever all day?
No, I'm...
Then you're the artistic type. Some depressive junkie? You're fixing your problems with a self-help group, right?
No, I'm studying physics.
Well, we sure need that stuff. So what brings you here?
I'm visiting my mother over the semester vacation. She's been living here a few months now. Rebecca Michaels?
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Rebecca.
Oh, man. You know my mother by any chance?
Nope. I don't get out much. What's she doing here? Fresh sea air and all that?
You could say that, yeah. A quiet place to retire. And who are you? Is this your shop?
No! I just busted in here and you've surprised me, just as I was about to clear the place out.
Oh, how amusing. How long you been waiting to roll that one out?
Your generation lacks respect for its elders. I fought for you to live here. I spilt my blood for you.
And I'll pay your pension. So we're quits, Mr...
Edward D. Warren. Ed for short. Or Eddie to my friends.
Hello, Eddie. I'm Darren. Nice shop you got here.
In my time, it wasn't customary to speak to older folks using their first name.
But we're living in my time now, aren't we, Ed?
I think you should find whatever it is you're after, and then scram.
Just like I thought. Play the good citizen, but still chase after every dollar, like the devil chases souls.
Come on, what then?
Do you know Fuller?
That idiot next door? Sure I do. Can never choose your neighbors, can you?
You don't seem to like him.
That guy hasn't done one damn decent thing in his life. Lazy bastard just sits around in his store, has his mommy wipe his ass for him, and lets the place fall apart down around his ears. Heed my words. He represents everything that's wrong with this country.
You got that right. From World War II, everything's just been downhill, yeah? Pity we haven't got any decent wars still going on. They've even ditched the draft.
Go ahead. You just make fun of it all, boy. A good licking or a couple of tours in Vietnam, that wouldn't be such a...
What do you mean, such a?
Nothing. The guy's a pig. There's something not right about him. He's hiding something, I'm telling you.
I bet that's an original radio set from the Second World War. It definitely doesn't look much newer. An old radio. Looks like a piece of pro equipment. Are you a radio hobbyist?
Radio hobbyist? You mean one of those idiots who thinks it's neato mosquito when they have another idiot on the air who only lives 2 blocks away? I was a wireless operator with the Hells Devils, 8th Infantry Regiment of the 4th U.S. Infantry Division. I was there in North Africa, and in Sicily, then in Normandy on Utah Beach. I was wounded on the Rhine. That was my eyes. And I got a Purple Heart for it all.
And so, are you still a radio guy or not?
I'm keeping the tradition alive. I talk to old buddies real regular. Can reach him anywhere. I'd say I'm kind of an expert. Keep my things in good working order. Always prepared.
Ah, okay. Good to know. Yep, it's famous. I've seen this picture hundreds of times before. They look like bazookas. Hopefully they're just replicas.
I hope not.
I prefer my Star Wars figures. Is Lucas ever gonna make the 4th part? A life belt. Years ago, there were pirates around here who used to lure ships under the rocks. They used to light false beacons, and once the ships had run aground on the rocks, they'd row out and rescue the cargo. Pretty senseless driving around Maine in a convertible. But I reckon that's not what it's really about. It was expensive, and that's what counts. Pretty senseless driving. There are stickers on the door for every credit card you can imagine. Like no one's allowed to go home with their hard-earned cash still in their pockets. Biddeford isn't really a port, but there are plenty of boats here. Mostly sailboats. People sail out to go fishing or whatever. I'd rather keep solid ground under my feet. Back there is where the harbor ends and the natural shoreline begins. Just miles and miles dotted with lone houses. Often guest houses and hotels with views over the ocean. A young woman. She looks sad. A young woman. Everything okay?
No, it's not actually. Carrie died here 2 years ago. She was my best friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did it happen?
You're not from around here.
No, I'm from Boston. I'm spending the semester break at my mother's.
Yes. Well, Carrie committed suicide. No one knows why. Everyone loved her. She was intelligent and always happy. I think there's still a picture of her in old Fuller's display window. A young woman with dark hair and green eyes.
Yes, I know that picture. A really pretty woman.
She had so many plans. After studying, she wanted to open a kindergarten here in Bedford with her husband Jason. I just don't understand it. From one day to the next, she changed completely. Became really reclusive. She was depressed and melancholic all the time. No one could reach her anymore. Not even Jason. Even though they loved each other more than anything. Then one day, she just threw herself into the sea.
And no one knows why?
No one. Jason has never gotten over it. He couldn't help her. A few months later, he married that brainless bimbo with a convertible. He probably just felt so lonely. It's definitely got nothing to do with love.
He must have been really lonely.
Excuse me. I'd rather be alone right now.
Of course. I'm sorry. A flat metal bar. It's broken away from the railings. It's pretty heavy. Back there is where the harbor ends and the natural shoreline. Back there is where the harbor... Looks like you can only buy tourist rip-off stuff in here. But the mail for the whole neighborhood gets dropped here too. The windows look like they're polished twice a day. Apart from that, nothing much else to notice.
And then I said to him, Jason, I need a new car, urgently.
Oh yeah, and then?
What can I say? It's parked right outside.
You can't be serious.
Sure, I'm being serious. A convertible. Totally cute.
Girl, you're just gonna have to show me later.
Oh yes, there's no way I'm not going to do that. And in this weather.
You lying, and what did he do?
Well, he just left her sitting there.
Ha! Well, she didn't deserve anything better.
But that's not all.
You joking. There's more?
Yeah, now get this.
An old ship's wheel.
Fork Truck Pete
It's
just
supposed
can't
to endow a
afford that
certain
kind of
maritime
thing.
charm. I
Hey,
guess.
it's me, okay? And I'm telling you, she saw him herself.
But surely it doesn't look as cute as my new convertible.
Well, hardly.
An armchair.
Talking of which, weren't we going to
Doesn't
go
look too
for a little
uncomfortable.
ride?
But who would want
Yeah,
to sit
I'm
down
about
in
to
this
have my
shop with
lunch
the
break.
charming Rosie?
Ah, yeah.
A stand displaying a
And
million
what did your
travel
Jason
guides.
say to that?
New England,
He doesn't know
Quebec,
a thing about
England
it yet.
and Wales, Holland,
you
the
go,
national parks of
girl.
the USA,
Now don't you go telling
Tuscany,
anyone, okay?
Hong Kong.
Girl, of
etc.,
course I
etc.
won't. What are you thinking of?
You're a darling, Rosie.
What was that story again with your new car?
There are too many travel guides to just go leafing through them all.
Where
While
is
I've
it
got
then?
nothing specific
It's
to look
parked
for,
right outside the shop.
I'll leave them there.
Ooh, then we can go for a ride on my lunch break.
But isn't that still a way
Coffee
off?
mugs,
So
little
what is
lighthouses,
going on with Fork Truck
badges,
Pete and that sister,
mini life
what's
belts
her
with
face?
Bitterford stamped on
Not
them.
the sister. That's
Plastic
Matt's
house
cousin,
numbers,
that's who.
porcelain
I thought she
lobsters,
was...
plastic lobsters, wooden lobsters, Metal lobsters?
And then
What
I
more
said to
could the
him,
tourist heart
Jason,
yearn
I
for?"
need a new car, urgently.
Oh, yeah. And then?
What can I say? It's parked right outside.
You can't
The
be
clock
serious.
must be busted.
Sure, I'm being
At least
serious.
it'll be right twice a day.
Convertible. Totally cute.
Girl,
I
you're
reckon
just
that the
gonna have
local
to show me
tourist board
later.
is missing something
oh,
of
yes,
a hook
there's
for this
no
place.
way I'm not
I mean,
going to do
what
that.
is there here that's a bit special? There must be dozens of places like this one along the
And
coast.
in this weather.
You lying. And what did he do?
Well, he just left her sitting there.
Huh.
Ha.
Every
Well,
possible
she didn't
kind of
deserve
form.
anything better.
Garbage and
But
large
that's not
object
all.
collection,
You joking.
telephone
There's more?
rerouting.
Yeah.
Here's a form
now
from the
get this.
Make Our Town Prettier committee. My mom's on the board of that one. It seems you should send in
Fork
suggestions
Truck
for
Pete just
improvements
can't
around the
afford
town.
that kind of thing.
I'm not
Hey,
interested
it's me,
in these
okay? And
forms
I'm
for
telling
residents.
you. She saw
I've got
him
a few
herself.
things going on,
But
which
surely
like
it
this
doesn't
town
look
could be
as
a little more
cute
interesting.
as my new convertible.
But I don't
Well,
hold out much
hardly.
hope for success for
Talking
them.
of which, weren't we going to go for a little ride?
Handbills
Yeah,
for
I'm
local
about to have my
events.
lunch break.
Grand New
Ah,
Year
yeah.
Bazaar. Hits a go-go, dance till you drop. Oh man.
And what did your
The
Jason
other
say to
stuff's
that?
small ads.
He doesn't know a
This is where the
thing about
locals
it
sell the
yet.
junk they no longer need.
You go, girl.
Lawnmowers, baby
Now
cribs,
don't you go telling
record
anyone,
players.
okay?
I'll pass.
Girl, of course I won't. What are you thinking of?
You're a darling, Rosie.
There's
what was
a
that
few
story
papers
again with
here.
your new car?
Some sort of forms and a pad of blank collection notes.
Where is it then?
It's parked right outside the
Those
shop.
are banners and
Ooh,
flags.
then we can go for
Some
a
very
ride on my
stylish.
lunch break.
Some
But isn't that
completely
still a
not.
way off?
I reckon
So
the big
what
ones
is
must
going
be
on
for
with Fork
yachts.
Truck Pete and that sister,
The main
what's her
state
face?
flag always
Not
looks
the
more
sister.
like a beer company
That's Matt's
logo to
cousin,
me.
that's who.
I thought
At least
she
they've
was...
got an elk and a tree in there. That's nice.
And then I said to him,
That's Miss
Jason,
Rosie,
I
the
need a
store
new
lady.
car, urgently.
She might not be
Oh,
the
yeah.
world's
And
greatest
then?
employee.
What can I say?
And I
It's
presume
parked
nobody's
right
ever quite
outside.
dared to tell her that
You
fact.
can't be serious.
Sure,
Maybe
I'm
a
being
realtor.
serious. A
Well, she's a
convertible.
homemaker,
Totally
first and
cute.
foremost.
Girl, you're just gonna have to show me later.
Excuse me?
Have you got something wrong with your ears?
No, I just wanted a package.
Something wrong with your eyes then?
Huh?
Listen, I'm talking here. Can't you see that?
Yeah, I can see you as clear as day, unfortunately. But I have to collect a package for Fuller at the photo store.
There'll be no line jumping in this store. You're online, okay? Now wait until I'm ready.
Ugh, the young kids today.
Always. I'm always having a fight with them.
Bad parents, that's what it is.
So tell me, what's happening with your new car again?
A
Now,
convertible.
perhaps Mrs.
So
Superficial
cute.
is
In
familiar with
beautiful
angles.
red.
Or maybe
with
she's a
all the
Nirvana
best
fan.
upholstery and
Really,
everything.
what the hell can I talk to her
you
about?
earned it.
Oh, you. We'll take a little
Stickers
spin
showing
later.
approximately
Where is it,
1,000 varieties
It's
of
parked
credit
right
cards you
outside
can
the
use
shop.
to pay here.
Ooh, then we can go for a
Back
ride
there,
on my
the
lunch
ocean.
break.
But isn't that still a way off?
So what is going on with Fork Truck Pete and that sister?
That car belongs to the world record talking lady from the shop. That could be useful.
Oh, my convertible!
Hello, is it something like my turn now? Please, don't let me rush you.
Oh, what do you want?
I'm supposed to collect something for Fuller. From the photo studio?
Collection note? This is the one, right here. Have you still got another note? There's another package for Fuller here.
Afraid not.
Can I take it anyway?
I might turn a blind eye for nice customers.
So you're not gonna give it to me then?
Hell no!
Hey, Rosie. Hard at work, I see.
What do you want?
Hey, Rosie. Did you know Carrie, Jason's first wife?
Of course I knew her. I know everyone in Biddeford. At the end of the day, this is the only post office.
And what was she like?
What's that got to do with you?
I just wanted to chat a little.
Well, we never spoke too much. She was always so quiet. No comparison with Juliet. At least with her, you can have a decent conversation. Jason's so lucky he got her now. That really wasn't a life for a guy like Jason. With someone like that dragging him down? Now, at least he's got a life.
Ah, so lucky.
Just between you and me, one shouldn't speak ill of the dead. But that Carrie, she was always a little strange.
Uh-huh. What brings someone like her, or maybe even you, here to Biddeford?
Someone like me. You mean a fat woman in a state full of fitness freaks. You're one charming kind of guy, aren't you?
No. I meant, why would someone as unfriendly as you work in a town tourist shop of all places?
Well, you ain't exactly a picture of politeness yourself.
But I don't work in a tourist shop either.
Okay, look. I grew up in New Jersey. My father didn't think the neighborhood was good for me or my brothers and sisters. So he got himself a job in a paper mill and dragged us all up here. Satisfied with that?
And you just weren't able to get yourself a job in construction or driving a truck?
Look, you shouldn't go trying to take on someone like me. You're punching way above your weight, son.
Huh, I can't deny that. Hey, do you know Eddie from the junk shop?
Yeah, sure. I know pretty well everybody here.
So what's going on with him?
He's single. Was never married before either, as far as I know. But hey, who could put up with him for long anyway? Those never-ending war stories. Can you imagine that?
Is he really blind?
I never heard different, but I wouldn't put money on it either. He's a chiseler. Maybe he's got disability just so he can make himself a few bucks.
There's a really pretty young lady I've seen walking around here. Do you know her?
You had a real good look at her, didn't you?
Do you know her?
Well, I wouldn't say no. She came in here and asked about a photo studio, so I sent her up to Fuller's. She interrupted a conversation I was having with a friend. Can you believe that?
Ha! No way. I don't believe it. Is there maybe a package for me there, Darren Michaels?
Mm-hmm.
The lovely Rosie hasn't noticed, and I'm now the proud owner of a blank collection note.
Nope, nothing there.
New England Photo Service. I reckon a person has to be pretty damn desperate to have their pictures taken at Fuller's place. But he's the only photographer in town, and there are plenty of tourists here. Presumably he does most of his business with them. I can't explain it any other way, just how he keeps his head above water. I can't go in there until I've done all of Fuller's jobs for him. He'd lay into me right in front of Angelina, and I'd like to avoid that if possible. But she seemed to see through him pretty fast. She can see what an asshole he is. Jebediah Biddeford or something like that, I guess. Honestly, I've got no idea who that is. The city's founder, a mayor, a benefactor, what do I know? What a flashy thing that is. Probably some tourist's cool ride. Europeans in particular confuse New England with California and think they should be driving around in convertibles and Mustangs. Most of the year, an open-top car is a bad idea around here. With that kind of weather, Biddeford should make the raincoat a national uniform. Biber's Diner. Best diner in town. Of course, it's the only diner in town. But to be fair, the food really isn't that bad. It's no Johnny Rockets, but it ain't far off. Burgers, fries, and drinks. What more could you need? The diner's run by Mr. and Mrs. Biber. It's not a bad joint. It's done up like a 1950s diner. Yeah, well, at least how we imagine the 50s were. I haven't seen such an old bubblegum machine for years. Belongs to the diner. They do that whole nostalgia thing in there, too. No thanks. Oh, not a particularly pleasant smell. It's a trash can from the diner. There'll be plenty of leftovers in there. How nice. That's stinking garbage, and I have no particular interest in it.
Yeah, just down the street.
Thanks a lot.
Some people. A man in a white lab coat. In his 40s, I'd say. Could be a doctor. Well, everything's a bit bigger here in America. I'll take some bread. Mrs. Biber won't mind. I really don't know if this place makes any money. There's usually a few people whenever I come in, but is that enough? Surely you can't get by on just that. Ketchup, mustard, mayo, salt, pepper, syrup, sugar. And a bottle of vinegar. There's not much left. I don't think anyone will miss it. What would a 50s bar be without a jukebox? The world's just wonderful, and aren't we all so very happy type music? Just isn't my thing. If there was maybe a Pearl Jam track on it, then I'd give it a play. But Buddy Holly doesn't quite do it for me. They're supposed to represent something like portholes. In reality, they're glazed display cabinets. The rear panels of the display cabinets are painted blue. They both have underwater scenes with plastic fishes and lobsters on them. A big, ugly plastic lobster. not particularly appetizing. The moose is the emblem of Maine, but the lobster's a close second. The specialty is, of course, lobster, like everywhere around here. I have to admit they are pretty tasty. There's everything you'd expect from a diner, from breakfast and lunch to coffee and cake, right up to dinner. The specialty is, of course, they got 2 or 3 people working in the kitchen. One of them's Mr. Biber. Mrs. Biber works out here on her own. Looks like she really works her butt off. That's Mrs. Biber, I think. As far as I can understand it, she runs this place with her husband. Excuse me.
I'll be right there. What can I get you, my boy?
Actually, I'm here to give you something. It's from Fuller in the photo store.
Psst. Hey, come over here. I can guess what this is about. The dirty old swine. I should have known. Vermin ain't so easy to get rid of. Tell him
You better tell him yourself. Whatever it is, you...
Claire! You gonna talk all day? The customers are waiting!
get out of here and tell your boss he can go to hell.
Jeez. What the hell was that all about then? Huh. She sure didn't seem to be a fan of Fuller's. I got that much. And the guy in the kitchen, he sure wasn't supposed to see that she had mail. A man in a white lab coat.
Hello? Young man! You're Darren Michaels, aren't you?
Yes, and you are?
Oh, excuse me. My name is Newhouse. I'm a doctor at the health center.
At the health center? You mean at the hospital out there?
Well, yes. We call it the Biddeford Health Center. We aren't just a hospital. We have yoga courses and cookery courses and...
And what do you want from me?
Yes. I know your mother, Darren. We had a date here this morning, to be more precise. Me and her. We wanted to hang up some pictures your mother painted in the health center.
Yes, and?
She's not there. She's always punctual, isn't she? This kind of thing never happens.
Look, I don't have a lot of time right now. I'll give her a call, okay? As soon as I'm back in the store. Maybe she's forgotten about your little meeting, Doc.
If you say so, but actually...
I gotta go. I'll call Mom later and tell her that you're waiting for her in the health center. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's the entrance to the police station. I never feel too good in the face of the state authorities. I find a lot of the buildings here in the center really big and swanky for such a small town. Especially the town hall. The city must have had money in the past. Perhaps on the back of successful whale hunting. Or maybe they did what we did in Boston in the 19th century. Made money out of selling ice. New England ice was shipped all over the world before we had refrigerators. That's the entrance to the police station. A coin-op telephone. It says out of order. That's the hospital. I was trying to keep myself out of there, and up until now, I was doing okay. Mom bought a little house with her savings. A refuge in her old age. She's earned it. I hope she's gonna be able to enjoy it. No time. I want to get back to the photo store as quickly as possible. If I hurry, I might still catch Angelina.
He's sick. That disgusting pig.
What's going on?
Your lovely boss. Does he always try to grope his customers?
No, only the women.
That's not funny.
No, of course not. What can I say? Fuller's an asshole.
Well, he's never going to see me again. Darren, would you bring the photos to the hotel for me?
Of course. My pleasure.
Thanks, Darren. That's really nice of you. I'm staying at the Wild Coast, room number 5.
No problem. You'll have them this afternoon.
Thanks, my hero. See you later.
Huh. That's the guy from the diner. Is he following Angelina?
Hey! You're gonna gawk her ass right off. Whatever the bitch said, it's all a dirty pack of lies.
Sure.
Back to work! Hey, you got the package?
Yep.
Well then, give it to me.
How'd the photo shoot go?
Ah, shut up.
I only mean the young lady who...
That alley cat's gone, okay? No little goodbye kissy for little Darren. So now, get to work. The shelves here could use with a dusting and the gutter's leaky. And you still gotta take my mama's dogs for a walk. Go back to the post office again and ask if the new photo paper's already arrived. The mailman still hasn't brought a collection note. And the store could also do with a good sweeping.
He's cranky. I guess Angelina did a number on his ego. Nice job. Okay then. But before I start with all that stuff, I'd better give Mom a quick call and remind her she was gonna take the pictures to the hospital. And somehow I've got to get a hold of the film so I can make some prints of Angelina's pictures without Fuller catching me doing it.